Hey, what's going on, everybody? Hope we're doing great today. Happy Saturday. Huge slate of college basketball today. Going to be covering all the ranked games. So go ahead, hit that subscribe button, guys. Turn on the notification bell. Um, Check out all my videos I post every day, guys. When you're done with this video, go ahead and watch my NHL and NBA video as well. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Huge slate today. You should have joined my private Discord, link in the description. Get all my college parlays and plays today, guys. And yeah, we'll hop in it here. Lot to cover. First matchup, we've got Maryland versus Penn State. Maryland opening up as a 5.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 154.5. Maryland coming into this matchup 21-7. Penn State 15-14. Head-to-head, Maryland 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Let's see. Last time these guys played was actually, they haven't played each other this season. It was last March. Penn State beat them 85-69. So, yeah. Things are much different, I would say, this time. Maryland, much better. They're 8-2 in their last 10. They're coming off a tough Michigan, a 3-point Michigan State loss, ending their 4-game winning streak they were on. Penn State, they're coming off an Indiana loss. They haven't played well. Penn State 2-8 in their last 10. It's been brutal for Penn State. They just have not played well. So far, covering the spread, Maryland is positive. They're 15-13 covering the spread. Penn State 14-15 covering the spread. Yeah, just looking at this, taking the better team here. Penn State's just been struggling for wins. Maryland having a great season. I mean, they've been winning the games they've been supposed to. Lost to a tough Michigan State team. Yeah, give me Maryland -5.5 and money line on the road today. Next matchup, we got Clemson versus Virginia. Clemson opening up as a 7.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 132.5. Clemson coming into this matchup 23-5. Virginia 14-14. Clemson 18-10 covering the spread. Virginia 13-15 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Clemson 9-1 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Let's see. Yeah, last time they played Virginia was on February 3rd. Clemson actually lost that game. Virginia beat them 66-65. Yeah, very interesting there. As good at Clemson. I mean, Clemson dominates them. But yeah, Virginia was able to steal the last one. I'm sorry. I'm tripping, guys. I'm tripping. Virginia's 9-1 head-to-head against Clemson. That's what I got wrong. I'm sorry. I knew something looked fishy with there. Yeah, Virginia's 9-1 head-to-head against Clemson. They have been dominant. They've won the last 4 meetings. Very interesting there with how good Clemson's played. Clemson 9-1 in their last 10. I mean, man, they've been coming off great wins. They've beaten Duke. They've won some good games here. Virginia coming off a Wake Forest win. Haven't played horrible here lately. Yeah, I'm kind of shocked how good they've been against Clemson. And yeah, they play them very well. Very mediocre season for Virginia here. But yeah, I don't know. Now I think I'm with the numbers. I think I'm just intrigued with Virginia. They have played them, Clemson, so good. And it was a close game last time at home. Yeah, give me Virginia +7.5 at home today. Next matchup, we got Auburn versus Kentucky. Auburn opening up as a 4.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 165.5. Auburn coming into this matchup 26-2. Kentucky 19-9. Head-to-head, Kentucky 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Let's see, these teams played February 17th. Kentucky beating Auburn 70-59. This will be another good one here. You got Auburn. They're 9-1 in their last 10. Coming off an Ole Miss. Yeah, coming off an Ole Miss win. Kentucky. Hold up, that can't be right. Let's see. Oh yeah, I'm tripping. Sorry, I don't know why. Part of me still thinks it was 2024. Sometimes I don't know. So they haven't played this season. This was last season. Kentucky beat them. Much different teams here. You got Auburn. I mean, they're hot. We know how good Auburn's been. 9-1 in their last 10. Kentucky, they're coming off an Oklahoma win. This will be a very interesting matchup here on the road. You got Auburn 17-11 covering the spread, where they've been really good. Kentucky 14-13-1 covering the spread. Yeah, it's a relatively cheap spread, and Auburn's been good covering the spread. 6-4 covering the spread. Yeah, I think I just got to take the better team here. I just like Auburn more in this matchup. They've been great on the road. I mean, they've been great road and head-to-head this season. Give me Auburn -4.5 and money line on the road today. Next matchup, we got Texas Tech versus Kansas. Kansas opening up as a 4.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 144.5. Texas Tech coming into this matchup 21-7. Kansas 19-9. Head-to-head, Kansas 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Yeah, these teams have not played this season. Texas Tech 7-3 in their last 10. They're coming off a bad Houston loss. Kansas starting to get things moving again on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Colorado win after they had some bad losses here. I will say, against the good teams, though, Kansas has struggled. Really struggled against BYU. Struggled against Utah. Struggled against Houston here, and Baylor and Kansas State. Yeah, the good teams have really given Kansas problems. Yeah, just looking at it, I don't know. Both teams are the same covering the spread. I like Texas Tech getting 4.5 on the road. Going to be this is a big dog matchup here. Give me Texas Tech plus 4.5 in a close one. Next matchup, we got Seton Hall versus St. John's. Let's see. Seton Hall. Well, now the spread went away from me live, so we're going to do this live here. St. John's, what are they? St. John's 21.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 133.5. Seton Hall coming into this matchup 7-21. St. John's 25-4. St. John's 18-10-1 covering the spread. Seton Hall 12-16 covering the spread. If you look at the head-to-head, Seton Hall 6-4 in the last 10, but I will say this is probably the first year St. John's has been pretty dominant. They're 9-1 in their last 10, coming off a big Butler win. Seton Hall, they are 1-9 in their last 10, coming off a Villanova loss. Yeah, it's been pretty brutal for Seton Hall here. Had a lot of bad losses, a lot of double-digit losses here. This is a big spread. I just don't know if I can back Seton Hall. Don't know if I can do it here. We got St. John's just playing such good basketball. Yeah, give me St. John's -21.5 and money line at home. Next matchup, we got Alabama versus Tennessee. Tennessee opening up as a 3.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 158.5. Bama coming into this matchup 23-5. Tennessee 23-5. Bama 16-12 covering the spread. Tennessee 12-1 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Tennessee 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Let's see, these teams, haven't played each other yet this season. Bama, they're 8-2 in their last 10 on a 2-game winning streak, coming off a Mississippi State win, putting up 111 points. Tennessee on a 3-game winning streak, coming off an LSU win. Yeah, this one's tough here. Both teams playing great. You know, this Bama team puts up a lot of points here. And, yeah, you know, Tennessee, their few losses were, you know, back-to-back. They've lost to Kentucky and Auburn. So, you know, they've struggled against the good teams. And Bama is a great team. Both teams actually have lost to Auburn. So, you know, Auburn's just really good here. Yeah, I'm liking the points with Bama. I mean, it's going to be a lot, you know, it's one of these games. If Tennessee ends up playing catch up, Bama's a tough team to beat because they can really score. Give me Bama plus 3.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got Cincinnati versus Houston. Houston opening up as a 13.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 126.5. Cincinnati coming into this matchup 17-11. Houston 24-4. Cincinnati 12-4-2 covering the spread. Houston 16-12 covering the spread. They're currently 9-0 on the road. Houston 10-0 head-to-head here. Yeah, been very good head-to-head. Cincinnati on a 2-game winning streak coming off a Baylor win. Houston, they're 9-1 in their last 10. They're on a 7-game winning streak coming off a big Texas Tech win. Yeah, they've been really good against the ranked teams. Obviously, they've been dominant against the ranked teams. They're 6-4 covering the spread. Cincinnati had a good year. Their losses, though, you know, bad losses against West Virginia, Iowa State, Utah, BYU. Yeah, they've struggled against the good teams here. Give me Houston minus 13.5 and money line at home today. Next matchup, we got Missouri versus Vanderbilt. Missouri opening up as a 2.5 point road favorite with the over-under at 157.5. Missouri coming into this matchup 21-7. Vanderbilt 19-9. Missouri 17-11 covering the spread. Vanderbilt also 17-11 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Missouri 6-4 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 6-4 covering the spread. You got Missouri coming off a South Carolina win. These teams played in January. Missouri beating Vanderbilt 75-68 at home. You got Vanderbilt on a 2-game winning streak coming off a big Texas A&M win. Yeah, interesting matchup here. Missouri, they've controlled the head-to-head. They, you know, looked pretty good against them earlier a few months ago. Can they win on the road? That'll be the big question here. But yeah, I gotta roll. You got Missouri on a cheap spread on the road. Vanderbilt, they played tough. They've been good this year. I think I gotta leave with Missouri. I'll take Missouri minus 2.5 and money line on the road today. Next matchup, we've got Pittsburgh versus Louisville. Louisville opening up as a 10.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 150.5. Pitt coming into this matchup 16-12. Louisville 22-6. Pitt 12-15-1 covering the spread. Louisville 16-12 covering the spread. Head-to-head, both teams 5-5 in their last 10 head-to-head meetings. These teams played in January. Louisville winning 82-78 in a close one. Pitt, 2-game losing streak coming off a Notre Dame and Georgia Tech loss. They're 3-6-1 covering the spread. Then you got Louisville 9-1 in their last 10. They're hot. They're on a 6-game winning streak right now, coming off a Virginia Tech win. Just looking at their recent wins here, they've had some pretty big wins. You know, they were in a tight one last time they played here. On the road, though, I don't know if I trust Pittsburgh. Been pretty bad. And played them close last time. But, yeah, I just love Louisville here. Back at home. They're playing great. Pitt been very bad covering the spread here. I'll take Louisville minus 10.5 and money line at home today. Next matchup, we got FSU versus Duke. Duke opening up as a 22.5 point home favorite with the over-under at 149.5. FSU coming into this matchup 16-12. Duke 25-3. FSU 15-13 covering the spread. Duke 18-10 covering the spread. Head-to-head, Duke 8-2 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. Yeah, these teams have not played yet this season. Duke's been dominant against them though, and I feel they're even better this year than they were the years prior. Florida State 3-7 in their last 10, 3-7 covering the spread, coming off a UNC loss, a Louisville loss. Against the good teams, they've struggled. Clemson, I mean, they got blown out against Clemson. Yeah, that was their only really bad loss here lately. Duke, all they do is just blow teams out. A 97-60 win against Miami last game, 110-67 against Illinois, 80-62 against Virginia, 106-7 against Stanford, 78-57. I mean, 5 straight games of like 20 plus 30-point wins. It's crazy. Oh, the 18-point win against Virginia, but still. Most of their wins are pretty much blowouts. I'd say the closest game has been it was Wake Forest January 25th. Yeah, I gotta take Duke minus 22.5 money line at home today. Next matchup, we got Marquette versus Georgetown. Marquette opening up as an 8.5-point road favorite with the over/under at 144.5. Marquette coming into this matchup 21-7. Georgetown 16-12. Head-to-head Marquette 9-1 in the last 10 head-to-head meetings. 6-4 covering the spread. Marquette. They're coming off a Providence win. Let's see. These guys played January 7th. Marquette won 74-66. I mean, they're playing great basketball right now. Georgetown on a 2-game losing streak, coming off a bad UConn. They're coming off back-to-back double-digit losses against UConn and Creighton. Against the good teams, they've been pretty bad here. And Marquette, they're just playing great basketball. Been pretty dominant against Georgetown. And they won by 8 last time. I'll take Marquette minus 8.5 and money line on the road today. Next matchup, we got Texas A&M versus Florida. Florida opening up as a 9.5-point home favorite with the over/under at 148.5. Florida coming into this matchup 24-4. A&M 20-8. Florida. I'm sorry. Yeah, and then Florida 20-8 covering the spread. A&M 14-12-2 covering the spread. Head-to-head, both teams 5-5 in the last 10. A very split matchup here. A&M 6-4 in their last 10 right now. They're on a 3-game losing streak. Bad 3-game stretch from A&M though, coming off a Vanderbilt loss. Florida 8-2 in their last 10. They're coming off a horrible Georgia loss. Just a bad performance from Florida there. Teams haven't played each other this season. Listen, Florida, we know how good they've been. Coming off a tough loss. They've been dominant this season. A&M, man, it's just like when you trust A&M, they really let you down. Bad 3-game stretch here. Crazy. Like some of their losses have just been so bad. They've been favorites too in their losses that have been bad, which is crazy. I gotta take Florida at home. I don't know. I just don't trust A&M. I'll take Florida minus 9.5 and money line at home with the bounce back. Next matchup, we got Arizona versus Iowa State. Iowa State opening up as a 6.5-point home favorite with the over/under at 150.5. Arizona coming into this matchup 19-9. Iowa State 21-7. Arizona 16-12 covering the spread. Iowa State 15-13 covering the spread. Head-to-head, these teams have only played each other twice. Arizona's beat them in both games. They played them earlier this season in January 27th, so 2 months ago. Arizona beat them 86-75. You got Arizona coming into this, coming off a big Utah win. They're playing good, 7-3 in their last 10, 7-3 covering the spread. Iowa State on a 2-game losing streak. They're coming off an Oklahoma State loss and a Houston loss. Yeah, bad 2-game stretch from Iowa State here. They've had some bad losses. And you got Arizona getting plus 6.5 on the road here. I'm really liking Arizona here. Played them really great last time. Iowa State struggling right now. Give me Arizona plus 6.5 on the road today. Next matchup, we got Oregon State versus St. Mary's. St. Mary's opening up as a 12.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 130.5. Oregon State coming into this matchup 20-10. St. Mary's 26-4. Oregon State 18-11 covering the spread. St. Mary's 14-15 covering the spread. These teams have only played each other one time, which was this season. And St. Mary's won 63-49. Oregon State 6-4 in their last 10. They're coming off a San Francisco loss. Yeah, disappointing game last time against St. Mary's. St. Mary's 9-1 in their last 10. Coming off an LMU win, only a 3-point win. They were 12.5-point favorites last game too, and only won by 3. Beat Oregon State by 13-14 last time they played. I think Oregon State's a good dog here. I don't really love St. Mary's with these big numbers. They've obviously had plenty of big wins this season here, but I don't know. Since these two teams have played, let's see. Yeah, since they played, Oregon State's played a little bit better since their loss to them, and I'll take the points here. I'll take a shot with Oregon State plus 12.5 on the road. Next matchup, we got West Virginia versus BYU. BYU opening up as a 9.5-point home favorite with the over-under at 139.5. BYU coming into this matchup 20-8. West Virginia 17-11. West Virginia 15-12-1 covering the spread. BYU 16-11-1 covering the spread. Head-to-head, BYU 2-0 in their only 2 head-to-head meetings. They played each other February 11th last month. BYU beat them 73-69 in a close one. BYU 0-2 covering the spread in those 2 meetings against West Virginia. West Virginia coming off a TCU win. Just 4-6 in their last 10. Hasn't really been anything crazy here for West Virginia. Haven't played that amazing. BYU, I mean, they're on a big hot streak. 5-game winning streak. They're 8-2 in their last 10. Coming off some big wins too against Arizona, Kansas. This one's tough because West Virginia played them very good last time. I think I'm liking West Virginia plus the points. BYU's failed to cover in their only 2 head-to-head meetings. West Virginia's played them pretty well. And yeah, I think I'm going to take a shot with West Virginia plus 9.5 on the road. But for moneyline parlays, I do like BYU to win at home today. That's going to be it for the video, guys. Good luck with your picks and parlays on Saturday. Hope you guys all cash out, and I'll see you guys Sunday. Have a good one.